Hello and welcome back to Not Just Buildings. Now, you might be wondering, do I have the right podcast? What on earth is Not Just Buildings? Well, listener, I'm pleased to tell you that we have renamed Chamber Vibes to something that more accurately reflects the purpose of this podcast, which is to tell the stories of businesses, nonprofits, and institutions in the area of Bedford, Virginia, which we do by talking to the real local people working behind the scenes. Plus, the new name is pretty catchy, and it's inspired by longtime chamber and board member Bill Moss, who always says that businesses aren't just buildings, they're people. Thank you, Bill, for your years of service to our chamber and business community. We appreciate you. Anyway, thanks so much for sticking with us as we grow, and if you're new to the podcast, we're glad to have you join us as we kick off 2026. Now, for our official introduction, welcome to Not Just Buildings, where we interview the local people behind businesses, nonprofits, and institutions in the area of Bedford, Virginia. My name is Foster Garrett, and I am the Director of Marketing and Events for the Bedford Area Chamber of Commerce, which is a membership organization whose mission is to serve as a catalyst for local business success, a convener of regional leadership, and a champion for a vibrant and resilient economy. However, before we get to the interview, I would like to highlight some of our upcoming programming and events. We offer a little bit of everything for everyone, so I encourage you to stick around to learn more about what's next. But if you want to just jump straight to today's interview, no worries. You can find all of our programming on bedfordareachamber.com, and I'll drop our phone number at the end of this episode, so make sure to listen all the way through. First up, we were supposed to have In With the New, our annual kickoff event, on January 29th. However, with the mass amounts of snow and ice, we have moved it to February 26th from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Bedford Area Welcome Center. So we are hopeful that all of this weather will clear up by then. It will no longer be below freezing, and we can all safely gather and kick off the year together. And I'm super excited because I think when I sent out the notice that we were rescheduling, I was, pretty disappointed. But I got so many emails back from people saying, great choice, I'm so excited to be there, thank you so much for moving it. We'll see you whenever you reschedule it. So hopefully we'll see all of you. It's nice to have a great response to an event like that because you never really know when you don't take reservations who will be there. But I'm super excited. Our partners at the Welcome Center are co-hosts for this. They're organizing delicious hors d'oeuvres, so we'll have refreshments there. We're doing a mega grand raffle through the chamber. So you can get exclusive advertising, sponsorships, tickets, booths, all sorts of things to some of our programming throughout the year. And we've never done that before, so I'm excited to kind of see how it checks out because this event is really a way for us to come together as a chamber and a business community to get to know one another, reconnect, and start off the year kind of as a business community, starting to achieve our business goals, our professional goals. And this Megagram raffle can help you do some of those things, especially with visibility. So I'm super excited for that event. We'll also have some of our newest members, organizations who joined our chamber in 2025. They are eligible to set up a booth at this event. So you can come around and you can talk to them and learn about their services. And some of them might even have some raffles themselves. So it'll be a lot of fun. There's no cost to attend. And like I said, you don't have to RSVP. You can just come on by. So mark your calendars for February 26th. That's a Thursday. From 4 to 6 p.m. You can come by for 5 minutes. You can come by for the full 2 hours, whatever you want. After that, we have a huge school event coming up on March 18th. It is our Career and Technical Education Expo with Bedford County Public Schools. This has been a partnership that we've done with them since 2017. COVID paused it. We brought it back in 2023, and it's better than ever. So we will be at Susie G. Gibson Science and Technology Center for basically a full day of career exploration with all of our county 8th graders. That's around 700 8th graders. And our goal is to help them pick out their classes as they get ready to go to their high school by showing them all of the different courses that are available to them in areas like construction and art and information technology and all the things. Because if you didn't know, Bedford County Public Schools is actually very unique. They have over 60 different CT courses at all the base schools. That's not including Susie G. Gibson, which has around 15 different programs that all end in a certification for those students. And this is pretty awesome considering there's nobody else in our region that really has such a robust CT offering like that. So we want to show them their educational offerings, but we also want to introduce them to the careers that are available in our area, especially the ones that you could be prepared for if you take some of these classes. So it's a good way for your business to get in front of students, help educate them, inspire them, work with the teachers at the school, start building those relationships. There's a lot of things that we're trying to do with this. We're super excited about it. If you're interested in connecting with local students, we would love for you to participate in this. You just have to get in contact with us and say, I'm interested. There's no cost or anything. It's just committing your time. After that, we have our spring job fair on April 17th from 10:30 to 2 at Blue Ridge Community Church at New London. We're already having businesses sign up for that. If you're actively hiring, this is an amazing way to get to know job seekers in the region, really drive people your way for interviews and to fill some of those roles. We have a lot of other programming that's going on this spring and beyond. I could list all of it, but that would require an episode just for itself. But we have everything listed on our website on bedfordareachamber.com, and you're always welcome to reach out to us with questions. The Chamber would love to hear from you, whether you're a Chamber member, a community member, or just a listener who enjoys our podcast. But that's enough from me. Without further ado, please allow me to introduce today's guests, Jan Southern and Brenda Gibb with the Bedford Area Master Gardeners Association. Welcome to the podcast.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. I know, don't act so demure right now. We were having such a good time a second ago. Well, I think it's kind of funny that we're doing this with the weather on that's outside, because talking about gardening when there's 10 inches of ice.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Us gardeners have to start planting early. So
Oh, yeah.
We started it probably in January.
Yeah, I think we already started planting some seeds for the plant sale. Actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's
Definitely.
begun.
That's awesome. And this ice is probably actually very good for growing things later in the season.
Yeah, Mother Nature's resting right now.
Yes,
right?
she is.
And she's got a nice cover on her
Yeah.
for all these
Yes,
cold
she does.
temperatures.
Storing up her energy to explode in another month or so.
That's right.
Hopefully we have a beautiful spring. Well, before we kind of jump into it, can you both tell us a little bit about yourselves and then about the Master Gardener Association?
Sure. I came to the Bedford area full-time in 2015, I think, so 10 or 11 years now, and joined Master Gardeners in 2018, always having had an interest in gardening and just wanted to get more into it since I was retired. So it's almost a full-time job being a Master Gardener. It's just so many things to volunteer for, but it's a wonderful organization. We have a little over 100 members right now.
I think so.
Yeah. Every year we add another, 10 or 15 in our class, which is just starting next month. So it's a wonderful way to get out in the community and help the community with horticultural questions and things like that. So it's been great for me to get involved.
Awesome. And you, Jan?
Yeah, I've been a Master Gardener since 2013. And like Brenda, we just, dipping our feet in all kinds of different projects. And there's so many, we have over 20 projects?
25, I think.
25 now. So it just keeps growing as we get new people in every year. There's new ideas, there's new contacts, and it really makes for a robust program. And, we educate. We are educators, and that's what we do through horticulture. So our main mission is to connect with the community in that way, to help them with any kind of gardening or soil issues or anything having to do with planting vegetables, or the list goes on.
Yeah, all the things.
There's plenty. There's plenty of good things there. So yeah, we're looking forward to the new season, and we've got 16 Master Gardeners ready to go in our new training class coming up on March 1st. So we're ready, and we're getting excited about that.
How long does your training class last?
We have the initial class starts on March 1st, and they go as trainees for 6 months. And this is tech, supported, Virginia Tech supported. And there are professional people that come in and teach. Some of the Master Gardeners are instructors. When we cover a variety of project or subjects, and to cover a good overview for the trainees. And then they work in their internship. And they have a year to get 50 hours in, and then they become certified Master Gardeners.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I always think it's so cool that you're not just master gardeners in name. It's not like you join like a club and then, you're a master gardener. You have to work for it.
You do.
Yeah.
And
You have to become a
continually.
master. Yes. Yes.
A little bit different than a garden club.
Mhm.
They have different set of, kind of a different mission than the master gardeners, but people confuse us all the time. And but we definitely offer a wonderful training program. And so for the most part, 6 months, and then they get into the groove of getting hours through projects that they work on.
Well, what are some of the projects that you have going on right now? Whether they've been around for a while or
Yeah.
newer ideas?
Well, probably the newest thing, and this is one of our very new projects, is coming up this month in Roanoke. We will attend the Home and Garden Show there. I think it's in the Expo Center. And we'll be there from the February 20th through the 22nd with a table and having some little mini seminars there and answering people's horticultural questions. So we'll be part of that show. And then the next big thing after that is our annual educational seminar, which is all a big part of our mission. It is called Grow the Good Life, and it is on March 14th, and it will be in person or online or Zooming online.
Okay.
4 in-person speakers, and the topic this year is gardening from the ground up. So 4 different speakers on things like soil and, all about preparing your soil and compost and landscaping.
Yeah, we've got some good speakers this year.
Go ahead with the other couple if you want to talk about
Just solutions in your garden. Overarching, we always talk about the pest pressure that Bedford County offers us with deer and things like that.
Yes.
So groundhogs is my particular problem. We have everything from landscape to possible solutions on things that you should look for in your garden. And so we're excited about this lineup. And we have it posted on Facebook at bedfordmastergardeners.org, and you sign up online. And so you just go right to the website, and there'll be a link there for that.
Is there a cost to attend?
Yes, there is.
Yes, it is $40.
55.
55. Oh, I was way off. I think 40 is for Zoom.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
And 55 to come in person, and that includes a really nice box lunch.
Yep, catered.
Catered, and a little bit of a breakfast, donut holes and coffee and tea. And then you get to see these in person 4 fabulous speakers. And it's at Bethlehem United Methodist Church in Bonita.
Yeah, we also have a lot of vendors that come, and
really?
we've lined up vendors that really add to the whole program. I think it makes it nice for breaks and you're shopping and all things gardening, and it's kind of neat that we have that opportunity to do that. And so we're listening to gardening speakers and have vendors that do their thing and have great books and garden supplies and things like that. So it really makes it a neat day.
It is.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good time.
Would you say that it's a good experience for both maybe beginners and more experienced gardeners?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, for example, just the very first speaker is John Bryce Lane, and he's talking about the basics of soil and all the things that go into it. And of course, soil is the very basic, if you will, part of gardening, and it's the most important part, really. So if you're a beginner, you need to know all that. But yeah, it's good for beginners or people with lots of experience.
Awesome.
Yep, there's always a nugget in there that you didn't know.
Always a key takeaway.
That's right.
Always.
Well, that's awesome. And you talking about the solutions for your garden. My parents are avid gardeners, always have been. And my dad is not super handy, but he does his best. He'll go start with a project and he'll just keep going with it. So he decided to build himself a groundhog and deer-proof fence.
Oh my
goodness.
Over and under.
There you go.
And it looked terrible.
Oh no. What was it made of?
An amalgamation of things. An amalgamation of things. It was 4 posts of cut down trees, and then a bit of chicken wire and some sheet metal all the things. And my mother did not like it.
I can imagine.
She's also a very avid gardener. They garden together. And after a while, the tree posts, of course, rotted away and fell down. And so my mom now has a slightly less janky, professionally done fence.
Right.
But it's been very efficient with keeping all the critters out.
You have
because
to have
I'll never forget it. We came outside one day. I was maybe 14. One of my neighbors had just moved from down the street, and they did not take their animals with them, apparently. And we come out, and this is the first year that we've been very proud of the watermelons that we've grown. And they're very large. We're just seeing, we're letting one of them grow to see how big it'll get. And we come out, and a giant pig had broke it through our fence into the garden and was chowing down, having the time of its life. And I just remember my mom, seeing the emotions go through her face. We'd worked so hard on that. But now, if something gets into the garden, it has to really, really work for it.
Yeah,
really work for it.
There you go.
But there's always deer outside. They're always prowling. They ate my jack-o'-lantern this year.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, came up on my deck and ate my jack-o'-lantern. And my two favorite flowers. But that's the deer.
We all know about the deer.
Oh yes, you got a garden. You've got garden pests.
Yes.
So you definitely need a fence. That's key.
It is key. Soil and a fence.
Soil and a fence.
Two good things.
That's right. All you
Basics.
need. Right. Well, and of course, if you don't want to grow your own, vegetables and things from seed, then got to come to the plant sale.
Mm-hmm.
And the plant sale's on April 25th. It's always the last Saturday of April, and we'll get our banner up across the Bridge Street
Nice.
like we do, so everybody knows to come. And we're at the county gym now, and it is a wonderful location for us to put up the tables and bring the plants and sell the plants and trees and shrubs. And we have a seed library set up there, so you can take seeds for free and plant them. But you can also purchase all the plants that we bring. All the master gardeners will dig a lot of their perennials and bring them. And then some of them do some of their own seed planting. And we do, as master gardeners, offer up, some key plants that we love. But it's a great day. It's 9 to 1, and it goes like really quick. People line up at the door waiting to get in and get their favorite plant. Last year it was the maple trees, the red maple trees, and
those are beautiful.
I think
fighting over them.
I mean, the guy did a beeline into the gym, and I was like, oh my gosh, because I'm usually in shrubs and trees.
Yeah,
he's coming to get this tree, and he did. He bought 2 of them, and but we usually undercut. We try to keep prices really good, and we try to undercut what maybe you find at Lowe's or Home Depot or something like that. We all shop there, and but it's a great opportunity to get some really unusual flowers and perennials and annuals. So come on down if you're out there.
Yeah, also fruits and vegetables. We have a huge selection of tomatoes. Two of our master gardens actually grow, hundreds.
Oh, wow.
So
literally
for selling tomato plants.
Yep. So tomato plants, herbs, veggies, just.
You got house plants too.
And we
definitely.
We do. Yep. And
it's a fun time.
It's a good time. It's a busy time for sure, because it takes a lot to set it up. But I tell you what, we cleared out.
You did. I was
amazing.
there last year. We got there around 12:45.
Oh, late.
It was very late because we were trying to all go together. My mom, my sister, and I.
Yeah.
And we just couldn't coordinate. And I was like, we have to go early. We have to go early. And my mom was like, let's run a couple errands for you. I'm like, go every year. We have to go early. And we get there, and of course, it's been cleared out, but there's still plenty of tomatoes. Still house plants, still herbs, still trees. There was still plenty of stuff for us to choose from. Yeah. And by God, we filled up like 3 boxes full of things.
I love it.
I know. It's so much fun, like choosing between all the plants too. And even if you're going late, there's still people milling around. So you have to be like, if you want something, pick it up.
Yep.
Pick it up and take it with you.
Exactly.
My mom loves filling up her garden with stuff from the plant sale.
Good.
And it's always fun to go see what's been grown. And you guys also do a pretty good job of talking some of your plants up. So we ended up with some things that we weren't planning
to get.
But It's always fun.
Yep.
Yes.
That educator piece comes out.
It does.
Yes.
And new this year, we have a little mini project at the plant sale. And there will be a table, kind of like our help desk, for questions. If you buy something, you want to go up to our little plant sale table, help table, and ask about what's the best environment for this plant, or or maybe you have just a horticultural question in general. There'll be some master gardeners there to help you with your questions.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's perfect.
It's our annual fundraiser too. So many people don't realize that that's how the master gardeners generate revenue, so that we can do all these different projects and support them effectively. And so that's our big to do to raise money throughout the year. And we just like I say, it's an annual thing, and it's always on that last weekend in April.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
How many people do you think came through last year?
Oh gosh, I'm not even sure.
You guys need a clicker.
Yeah, we should get a clicker. Yeah,
no, seriously.
It is
hundreds and hundreds. I don't know the figure, but it's a lot. I mean, we have thousands of plants, and we usually get rid of, I would say, 95% of them.
Exactly. I mean, there's just not
so crazy.
It is. People in at the end of April, they're they got spring fever and they're ready to plant, and that plant sale comes along and they're grabbing everything. So it's always a good time, but we'll be ready for it again this year. So mark those calendars.
Come on out.
Yeah.
Early.
My calendar.
Early.
Yes. Early. We'll be there early this year. We can get our pick of the things.
Right.
I don't know. It was kind of relaxing to go there at the end.
It can be.
It can be.
Yeah. It wasn't so many people, because most people come and they're lined up and they're ready to go in. They kind of know what they want, and then they run in and get that, and then check out. But it's a steady stream till 1:00. Pretty much. Yeah.
Always.
I like the new location too. Just one big space rather than going through the hallways.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's much bigger.
So much nicer for us. We grew too big to be at the extension office. We used every nook and cranny we had last, I guess, was this the third year?
Second, I think this will be the third year.
Third year coming up for at the gym.
Very nice.
The county gym at off of Falling Creek Road there. So yeah, it's a big deal.
It is. Well, if people are thinking of getting into gardening this spring and summer, what is kind of your pitch to them on getting started? Because I think some people are intimidated. They either don't have the space, they don't think they have the space for it, or they're going to have to till up a portion by themselves, or they've never gardened before and they have no idea what to do, or they think they have a black thumb.
There's so many different ways to garden. I mean, we've got container gardens if you're in an apartment, or if you've got a big plot of land and you got a tractor. I mean, there's so many different things,
Raised
ways
beds.
to do with a raised, but all that. And I find that you just jump in. And this year I saw where they're starting their plants that need to be stratified over the cold time to germinate, and they're putting them in just milk jugs, and they're setting them
smart.
And they're setting them outside, so it's you don't have to dig or till or anything. You just fill up your little jugs and get your stuff going and sprouting for the early spring. It's kind of I haven't seen it before where, there's a lot of activity around just different containers, the little containers that have like salad in them, and the little clamshell thingies. A lot of people will plant in that, and you can cover it, and it offers
like a terrarium.
A little terrarium. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It has its own little micro environment in there. And so, use what you got and start.
Yeah. Learn a little bit about soil, because again, that's the basics. But you can also buy good soil to garden in, but you need to know a little bit about that and seeds and how to plant them.
And we've got a help desk, so give us a holler, give us a call. We'll happily walk you through what you're thinking of doing or what you want to doing. So we're always available.
Yep.
That was a great pitch, guys. Good job. What do you think is the most interesting question you've gotten at the help desk?
Oh, gosh.
Maybe, I know that's probably like charged because you've both been very involved with the master gardeners for a long time. But just what comes to mind?
Oh,
I'm thinking like the big invasive species. We get a lot of questions about spotted lanternfly.
Oh, yes.
And, things that people...
I hope they died this winter.
I know. Probably not.
I know.
And so that getting them familiar with like where's the host tree for those species and learning about that helps them be able to figure out what they need to do if they have those host trees on their property, and then the pest there is there as well. So a lot of issues with that, but I think that's something that can stump us. And we do have a few entomologists that
that's cool.
that are master gardeners, so we've got the expertise. And that's the important thing is, we might not be able to come up with the answer right away on certain questions, but we always know where to go to get the
Yes,
answer.
how to research the answer.
Yeah. We'll research it and get back. So that's my thing. What do you think, Brenda? Question-wise, from what people really ask.
It's just all over the board. I know
is.
I had a question once about pond invasive grasses.
Oh, interesting.
And what do you do? Because they can really take over your pond.
Yep.
And one of the best solutions is a sterile carp, believe it or not.
Huh.
It's a carp that doesn't reproduce. And it doesn't eat fish because they're vegetarians. And so you put this carp in your pond and they eat the grass. Supposed to keep the
That is so
invasive
interesting.
grass. I know.
Who knew, right?
Who knew?
I know. You have to research it a little bit and find out. But, just off the wall kind of questions like that.
Yeah.
But we'll research for you and find an answer for you and get back.
Yeah, because really the things that eat our garden, or the good pest versus the bad pest, you want to know the difference, and you don't want to go out there and wipe out all the little guys in your garden that are doing good.
Yeah.
And so just knowing the difference is a big deal, and a lot of people call in and want that information. So we're here to provide.
Educate.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I know that we talked about some of the projects and events you'll be at coming up soon. Is there anything else that you want to highlight coming up for the spring or for the rest of the year?
Well, we will be at the farmers markets in Bedford and Forest.
Yep.
And I want to say they start up in earnest in end of May, maybe, all through until, September. So we'll be there at least, I think, every other month in Forest and maybe once a month in Bedford.
Right.
And trying to think of what other spring things we have.
Well, if you're thinking about, if you missed the cutoff this time for the 2026 training class, you can always put in an application any time of the year and get yourself on the list, because we do only take max of like 16 people. We find that's kind of the sweet spot for us. And so don't hesitate, find out more and find out what, the commitment is. And that's another way to, learn. And I think that's the big thing. Brenda and I are big proponents of, continuous learning. And I think that's one of the things that bring the master gardeners together. Everybody loves to learn and learn more. And you think you know a lot and you really don't know a lot.
Constantly humbled.
Yes. So there's always opportunity to learn. And I think that's part of what, really floats our boat from an organizational standpoint. We love that. And,
Constantly learning and teaching.
Yes.
Yep, so.
I think it's cool because you teach people really of all ages, backgrounds, across various issues. I know that you have several teaching gardens that you help with as well. One at the Y. I know you're very involved with that, Brenda.
Yes.
And it's amazing.
It is.
And it's fun too for me anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And now they have their teaching kitchen. If you want to learn more about that, listen to our Bedford Area Family YMCA interview
There
a
you
couple weeks ago.
That's right.
Yeah. And you guys are you still working on the chestnut project?
Yep.
Yes, we do. We have, I want to say it's 20 or 25 chestnut trees.
Oh, that's awesome.
On Falling Creek Park. Yep. And so
trying to contribute to their comeback.
Yep. Yep. There's always that. And
we have an ongoing project at our nursing homes.
Therapeutic.
We help with the old folks there, the people that are living there.
Kind of a quality of life, infusion of good times when we come over and visit. And that's it's a good thing. I mean, some of them are more dexterous than others, but it's they look forward to seeing us every
They
month,
do.
which is a really good thing.
And we have an ongoing project at the D-Day Memorial, Victory Garden there, which is, we do a lot more with kids there.
I was participating in the Victory Garden when I was in elementary
Were
school.
you?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's a good thing for
Yeah.
kids to get their hands dirty in the soil.
Yeah. So
So
many things, and
Yeah.
we don't assign any projects. People go with what they love or really are passionate about, and that's another thing that is nice. We're not going to come in and say, "Oh, you got to work on this project."
No.
You get to do whatever you like.
Yeah.
one thing that's kind of new for us is, pardon me, we have a garden at Bedford Urban Garden.
Oh, really?
We've started, pardon me, mentoring a family, a new family each season, and to help them with a raised bed garden so they can grow their own produce. And what I've heard, they're thinking about working with the Y on that and getting into the Y garden with even more raised beds and more families.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
So, yeah, it's a kind of a new thing for us.
Right. I drove by the Bedford Urban Gardens, down Jackson Street. I was coming over here, and it was like, everybody's sleeping.
Yep.
All the garden, all the beds are, tucked in. And I know they put all the mulch and stuff on it, and then with the snow cover on it, it's like everybody's sleeping, ready for the season. So it's kind of neat.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So lots of things going on.
I know. And I feel like whenever I go somewhere, I end up seeing master gardeners there, whether it's the Thrive Outside Festival or just around. I'm like, oh, there they are again.
Oh, yeah.
There's 100 of you. You're everywhere.
That's right. Got our fingers in everything.
There you
Yes.
go. That's right.
Well, ladies, this has been an awesome conversation. If people want to learn more, what's the best way to keep up with y'all?
Probably go to Facebook
And our website.
website.
Okay.
Follow us on Facebook and Instagram,
Yep.
and then
Bedford.
our website.
BedfordMasterGardeners.org is our website. And you can find anything there. You can find the Grow the Good Life. If you're interested in coming to that seminar, go to our website, go to Facebook. There'll be a link, and get signed up. Because I think that's limited too. The Grow the Good Life.
Yeah.
You can only have 100 people, and usually it fills up.
Yeah. unless
Wow.
you wanna
Yeah.
Zoom.
That's awesome.
I know.
It is. You can
and-
always Zoom, but if you want to be in person, which is a little bit more fun,
Oh, yeah. Definitely more fun.
then you got to sign up now.
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Well,
See
thank
you
you so.
there.
Yeah. Well,
Hopefully.
maybe. I'm not going to agree to anything. But you've got me intrigued.
Good.
Well, ladies, this has been a lot of fun. It's always nice having you guys on the podcast, and I feel like I see you all the time with the radio too. So
Yep.
hopefully we'll have to do this again soon, and you guys will get another full class.
There you go.
Fun.
Well,
That's the goal, right?
Yes, absolutely.
well, thanks so much for joining me today.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
You're listening to Not Just Buildings, hosted by the Bedford Area Chamber of Commerce and produced by Media Squatch. There are so many great people working together to make the Bedford area a great place to live, work, and do business, and we hope that by telling their stories, our listeners are able to become more connected to our community. After all, there are so many hidden gems, services, resources, and amazing opportunities just waiting to be seized right here in the area of Bedford, Virginia. If you like this interview, I have great news for you. New episodes come out every week, and we have lots of episodes for you to catch up on in the meantime. Episodes are available on Media Squatch Plus, our producer's local streaming app, as well as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, our weekly newsletter, Facebook and website, and anywhere else you can find podcasts. If you want to learn more about us at the Chamber, we encourage you to check out our website, bedfordareachamber.com, or give us a call at 540-586-9401. Thanks so much for listening, and keep an ear out for the next episode of Not Just Buildings.